Alright, hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome to a little bit of a Hero Pass deep dive. Now, like I said before, I wanted to do it last week, but there's some changes that were going to be taking place, so I figured there's no real reason to teach you guys stuff if there's going to be changes made shortly after. Not to mention, just everything that was going on with the Heroes Pass. So, Heroes Pass is not as bad as what some people might think. So, whenever you get started, now this, I will say, this is my progress after 1 week. I got to rank 37, and this is barely playing. I really haven't played a whole lot during that time frame of the first week. But I did have some quests and stuff done, which really helped me out. Keeping up with your general missions really helps out. For some reason, there's only one. But we'll go with that. But also the hero points have also reset for the weekly, as well as the daily ones. Now the daily one has been increased a little bit. You get 3 large lamps now for the first one, and you also get 3 keys. So technically, you only really need to do 1 of these in order to get everything. Also, you'll notice over here it'll say like 1, 2, 3, etc., how many things you have, and it'll say that over here what is going on. What is going on is you'll see these little red dots on things, and if you click on it, it disappears. It wants to make sure that you know that something is going on. So to get the daily ones done and as quickly as possible, you got to fletch. Because, well, for me anyway, I have to fletch because right now my big deal is getting everything in fletching. So I'm going to forget all that stuff that I have out currently. I don't know if I have a fletching outfit, but what you want to do is you want to get, well, I don't know if I have it down here loaded up, so pardon me. So let's get all my fletching tools. I believe I have them all. I might have a crystal knife, I don't know. If I don't, I don't. It looks like I don't, so I'm out of luck there. Obviously, getting the most XP is gonna, I felt like has gotten the best results out of it. It might be wrong. But I'm gonna make shield bows. Because I can, basically. Now, fletching is supposed to give me my extra hero points. So that is currently not working, and that is actually a bug. So it used to be that if you were to use this, instead of getting the 4, you'd get 8. It seems like I did not get 8 that first time when it popped up. I could be wrong. But already, the first one is done. So what I'll do is whenever I bank all this, I'm going to select it. Because, well, it does go pretty quick. And we're going to get we'll deposit 5, this way I can make sure I get my stuff from it. Alright. So nice thing too is you can actually track it. So let's track that, and this will automatically update when it goes into the next one. So now I'm at rank 38, and yes, there will soon be the new one coming out, so that's one thing. But I now have earned at least the first one. If I want full hero points, all I gotta do is keep doing this, and I want to have the video just as long as it takes to do this. It does seem like they might have done something funky with the hero points. Seems like there might be a little bit of a bug. Because usually by now, that goes up a whole heck of a lot faster. Now, see that the 3 lamps, yeah, that doesn't give as much as we were getting before with the dailies. I think this gives an equivalence to 1 daily, but they are going to be reintroducing the regular daily challenges, so you don't have to worry too much about those. Now, I don't know if they're still going to have daily hero points. I hope they do, because that makes things a lot easier. But see, now with this being open, you can see right here, you know, exactly where you're at with your hero points, so you don't even have to worry about, you know, keeping track of it yourself. And the nice thing with this is, even if I wanted to go, let's say, do something else, I could do something else, but I'm earning more progression, and at a faster rate by fletching. Well, it's supposed to be. Whether I am or not, we'll see here. Because I want to watch this now. Because if I'm not, then that's a bug, and that's a bug that I would really, really hope it gets fixed soon here. And let me make sure I'm actually, okay, I'm actually recording. Okay, so I am getting my 8. It's just not showing the 8 when it pops up. That's what's going on. But yeah, this does take a little bit longer than it used to, with, you know, compared to the regulars. With the regulars by now, yeah, I would be done, because I had it set to prayer. So I have all those ashes from all the other things, and if I really want to, if I'm doing Slayer, I can just do Slayer. And then that'll get me up there pretty darn quick. So I probably really wouldn't need to be doing Elder Logs, which is my highest one. I should probably actually be doing Proteans, which would be better yet, because for obvious reasons. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the Fletching outfit with that cape and the Necromancer stuff on actually looks kind of cool. And then while we're at it, I'll actually even test the Protean, because I was just thinking, what if Protean doesn't work? I'm sure you guys want to know that as well as I want to know that. So let's stop what we're doing there. Let's get out my Protean logs. I have a bunch of those that are now useless, because they changed them a little bit. Let's go to regular fletch logs. So this should determine whether or not these actually work or not, because this obviously is going to give a whole heck of a lot more experience. But alright, which one of these speeds it up? Okay, that doubles how many can be used. Okay, this will speed it up. We'll go for 20 minutes. I'm hoping it doesn't take that long to actually get my maximum amount. So this does work, because I think I was at 38 and now I'm at 46. So, oh man, I didn't even do that yet. So this does work. Using your Proteans does work for this as well, as long as you're gaining XP and that skill. So if I was you guys, I would be saving my Proteans that you get from Treasure Hunter for this reason alone, since there's not really a whole large reason to do it anymore. But yes, if this indeed does work, once this hits 54, then I know I got it. Yep, 54. And see, here's another thing too. If you have it on the task, like up here, if you have it pinned up here, all you have to do is click on that, and this will be brought up. Click on here's pass, it'll bring up this, and then bam. So now all I have to do is just a little bit more, and I can change it, like I said before, if I really, really want to. Because that is quite a bit about this. Now this one kind of surprises me, the general mission, because that's 2 levels in the ranking right there. I do wonder if this isn't a mistake though, because it seems like another 6 days for another daily challenge seems a bit extreme. Well, a general challenge seems a bit extreme. But then again, if you complete a general challenge every week, that's... in a couple weeks you basically have everything anyway then. A little thirsty. Yeah, this whole video is going to be basically the length that it takes to actually do the new system of the daily challenges. Now, I don't know if it's going to change, like I said. I really don't know. I would hope not, but, I can't say. Some daily challenges take a lot less time, it seems like, anyway. Especially if you do have something like Slayer. Because if you have Slayer and you're doing slaying, that means you're getting stuff from combat, you're doing stuff from skilling, you're getting from marks of war, potentially. There's a lot of layers, where here it is just fletching. And fletching is probably, by far, to me at least, one of the most boring skills you could have for it. But I already have my daily keys that I earn. For fun, we'll just see what I get out of it. I probably won't get anything special, I bet you. Fast forward through the end of this. No, I can't fast forward. Because I want to point out the gruelingness of how long this can take. This way, Jaggeds themselves can see how long this takes should one of them watch the video. And this is the reason why players do not like this. There. That'll have it going for quite a while now. Because not only do I have a speed boost, I have the other boost. But I mean, it takes... Well, this is going to be going on for like, what? It was almost 500 seconds? Now the nice thing is, if you have your Jaggeds account, your Jagged account, you can basically have this do that. And with the increased timer, you can actually have it set to do this, and then you can walk away and do something else for a little bit. Like let's say you have some cleaning you want to get done, or you just got home from school and you want to do some homework. Just pop a few of those and then get out your Proteans, set yourself up, and then bam, you're good for a good 10 minutes. Because, this seems a bit slow. Oh, but yeah, I will say some good news for you guys. So, there's a bunch of ideas I've been running by. And I might start doing some more OSRS content as well as RS3 content. Especially with the leagues coming up. I was actually thinking about it, and I think it's a little too late for me to do the Dead Man Apocalypse, so I won't be doing that. I feel like that's one where you kind of need to start at the launch of it. But leagues I don't feel is that way because it's not PvP oriented at all. But this one, so I'll be going for leagues. I'll be doing leagues. That'll be pretty cool. I'll be doing a progression video with that. There'll be progression videos at least once a week. At least. I'm not sure how often you guys would like a progression video. But I want to do that at least every week. yeah, so there's going to be that. I'm thinking about trying to actually bring Baldur's Gate 3 to the channel, but at the same time, I don't know how that would really transpire well, so I want to maybe record and edit out for like highlighted moments where I thought maybe something was going to go a certain way, and then, you know, see what happens kind of deal. I do use mods for it, so, you know, there is that one thing that people can always look forward to. One of my favorite things to do is use the Artificer. So I do plan on actually playing that. I'm actually kind of excited to... I've been playing a lot of that, actually. That's why I've been wanting to release so many games for the channel, but I've been so heavily into Baldur's Gate 3. I would stream, but I just currently can't. That's why I don't stream yet. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon I'll be streaming. So that I do want to do that eventually. There's also always game recommendations. Any games you guys want to see me play or try out, I'll play and try them out. I mean, whether I stick with them for a long period of time or not is a different story, but, you know, it's something I plan on doing. And I've actually been really getting back into regular RS3, the current, because, I don't know, the Hero Pass actually kind of has me sucked into it. I kind of like it. And then Necromancy, I've been kind of experimenting a little bit more and more with that, and I'm kind of starting to enjoy that a bit more and more. So, you can probably start seeing me on both worlds. I'll probably play this account for, you know, my main account is the main, and then I might have one of my side accounts for OSRS. Mostly because it's just fun. I think what I'm going to do, even though this is probably a horrible idea, I am going to do a hardcore account for OSRS. And obviously Leagues is not hardcore, although that'd be pretty cool if they did. Could you imagine playing Leagues and let's say you get an extra 2 points on everything you do? Like every task you get an extra 2 points, or like, you know, something small, but 1 or 2 I would think. But if you died, like, that's where your game stops for the Leagues. Like, that's just it. And you're stuck with the potential risk of, you know, not only building your character up to these massive proportions for points, but if you die just once or twice, I don't know how OSRS does it, but like if you just die and you lose your lives and then you just stop, like let's say you only get 100 points, man, that'd be rough. I'd be cool, I'd be up for it, I'd be game, but man, that would be rough. Now, for those who are not part of Jaggeds, obviously we know the grind of this, and this is the grind that the players, part of the reason why players are not enjoying the Heroes Pass is because this is taking a painfully long time to fletch. Granted, yes, I could have the knife, and I could have probably some other things as well, but that doesn't really speed up the points. And a daily challenge, it was kind of nice before because it was 10 of whatever in that skill. So you could make 10, well, a total of 30 bows and just be done for the day. This I am doing a substantial amount more to get these all done. And that's what people aren't too happy about. They're also not happy about people being able to buy their way through. See, the content buffs could even be one of those bittersweet moments where it's just like, okay, well, I don't really like there being content buffs, but if people can't buy their way through it, they actually have to earn it. It makes it easier to digest. But when they just flat out said, okay, hey, give money and then you can get all these buffs, I think that's where the biggest part of the heat came from. So if they would have just kept that part out of it, Heroes Pass would have actually had a much, much bigger backing to it. That's why I was just like, I'm not going to get too heavily into this because I know there's people who are upset for right reasons, wrong reasons, across the board. And personally, I like the Heroes Pass, but some implementations did not go well. And it wasn't the best execution. So as you can see, I'm rounding up on the last little bit here. I only need 8 more fletching points. Well, 8 more hero points to complete the daily earn hero point token thing. So these are probably going to stay, but it's not going to stay as, the daily challenge for the XP. These will just be something you earn alongside of playing, and then you end up getting more hero points from it. I do think this is more heavily marked or aimed at combat, people who do combat, because it is a lot faster to do it the combat route, I will say that. And because of this, now see, here's the area where I have a little bit of issue. My weekly earned hero points are only at 80. When in reality, it should be 160. But since the daily ones get doubled, it doesn't double right here. Which is kind of a slap in the face. So, even if you do all your daily challenges, you will not get your weekly earned hero points. That's where it kind of comes into a bit rougher. So there does need to be a bit more of a balance here. But I will say I do have a bit of those. So we've seen how this goes now, and I did test this out before. After you earn that initial amount, it does not keep doubling. So if you keep doing fletching until the next day, it doesn't keep giving you 8 hero points. I'm sorry to say that, but it does not do that. It's just storing that. But I do have a claim all, so let's claim all that. I could have sworn that said back to Yak Track. But I will say I am, approaching level 39 Hero Pass, and that's without buying anything. So I feel like that's pretty good. The content buffs have been removed, as you can see. The XP ones are still here. And everything else is still here. I'm going to get the Grave title. I don't know why, but I want that. I also want this. Like, these kind of things are the things I really want. To be perfectly honest, I want to try to get every single thing I can in this. Just to, put it out there. But yeah, that's essentially the short end of this all. That's how long it takes to do the daily challenges. And if you do these down here, the special missions, that gives you essentially 5 levels each. So I've been trying to do those. There's probably more of these lacked behind these because the necromancy ones have stopped at the just level progression. I think this one was behind the dead and buried one, so I've been continuing off with that. But it's not bad. This depends on how much time you got and what you're going to be doing. This would be a perfect way to use up Proteans, though, I will say that, or do other skilling as you need. But yeah, that's just been the Heroes Pass. Like, that's all it is. It's very simple, to be perfectly honest. It just needs a little bit better balancing and to keep MTX away from getting content buffs. If you want to allow MTX into it, that's fine, but then don't add content buffs. And if you're going to add content buffs, make sure there's no MTX to it. It's pretty much that simple. I feel like that's where the biggest issue comes from, personally. But, oh, yes, we did say I wanted to show you what I got for my keys. So let's cancel this, and let's get my keys up. So I got red rarity or higher. Okay, I use those. I'll take those. Fallen stars. They do stack, and that's the only reason why I'm taking that. I was really hoping to get the ultra rare prize from this, but I don't think I will be getting it. And I'm not going to buy into it. Like I said, I really haven't been playing much to really justify any of this kind of stuff. But I guess what the fallen leaves, guess I gotta go back in the long way. Oh yeah, I can purchase a bonus, but it ends in 1 hour, so yeah, I'm not going to be getting anything special. Hopefully those leaves last until the next one. Some of these things have been doing that now, which is actually kind of nice. Makes me feel a bit better about that. But yeah, save your Proteans for this kind of stuff now. I mean, I think that's probably the best way to go. It certainly made that a lot easier, just using Proteans for it. But that's it for this video. I hope this helps you guys see what's all going on with this. Maybe helps you understand why maybe some people were annoyed. Personally, I like the Heroes Pass. I just think it needs some fine-tuning. That's all it does. No big deal. But that'll do it for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later guys.